Okej, dobra. No już. Tak mi się przynajmniej wydaje. Czemu nic nie słyszę?
What's next?
Dobra, czyli jesteśmy u nich. Ja sypkamy się znowu. Okej, dobra. Lecimy z kampanią.
Day. Ellen truly smiles upon us.
Okej.
Haven't heard from her in a while.
Sounds like a plan.
Don't we have workers for that?
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Coś mnie tak z nóżką. Okej.
Let us make this quick, as you want.
We will be swift. Blesses us with her wisdom.
Yes?
Scryer, our granaries are almost empty. We need more food.
Yes, almost there. Well then,
Aha, okej.
let's see. to me.
Go.
You'll have to wait.
Building completed.
I will do as I must.
They will fall. You'll regret this.
Everything has an end.
Easy.
I need more time.
Whatever's necessary.
Our scholars have finished researching a new technology.
I need more time.
You'll have to
I
wait.
need more time.
Make a bloody line, will you?
We're being attacked!
Warrior is gone. To arms, everyone!
Sure.
Okay.
As you require.
Ellen protects us.
You guys do
Uh-huh. What do you need? So, what's the plan? That way?
What do we need?
You'll have to wait.
Corporal. Child's play. Not now.
You'll have to wait.
Easy.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Really? Leave it to me.
what should I do now? What is it?
Yes?
Give the word.
Building completed.
me know what you need.
Whatever's necessary. Yes?
You got it. All right, here goes nothing. That way?
Yes, of course. Well, let's see what we can do.
They will fall. Is that all? Is that all?
Sure.
Let us make this quick.
Here we go.
What?
Get ready.
Everything
Leave it
has
to
an
me.
end.
Whatever's necessary.
Sounds like a plan. That way?
I need help over here.
What's next?
We're being attacked!
I can't.
Orders. Now!
Let us see.
Damn it! I need healing. You read my mind.
Co to mi się...
The word.
Tylko co on widzę.
A wonderful day.
Scryer, our granaries are almost empty. We need more food.
Whatever's necessary. You're free.
But who?
A friend.
Yes, yes, of course. Thank you.
Need healing.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
What do we need? Got it. Let's see.
Fine. I will do as I must.
Will do.
As you
All right,
require.
here goes nothing.
Your struggle is pointless.
Yes, Scryer.
Co za tragiczny.
What do you need?
Corporal. Understood.
Scryer, we lost a sector.
Though some cartographers may claim otherwise,
Czyli muszę im
the
jednak
maps of
pomagać.
Io are still far from complete.
Ja, ja.
The Black Sea in particular has always invited explorers and adventurers to fantasize. Situated north of Fiat,
They will fall.
Orders.
We need to gather more wood, Scryer.
Ellen blesses us with her rains. A good omen.
Here we go. Yes.
Damn it! I need healing.
Is that all? I need more time.
Damn it! I need healing.
They killed one of our heroes!
Healing.
Though some cartographers may claim otherwise, the maps of Io are still far from complete. The Black Sea in particular has always invited explorers and adventurers to fantasize.
Give the word.
Finally.
As you want.
Easy.
Let's see what we can do.
Take them down!
Of course. I'll wait.
Yes.
The word.
We need to gather more wood, Scryer.
Henceforth.
It'll only take a second. Yes, almost there. Damn it. This is more complicated than I thought.
They killed one of our heroes!
What the death? Alright.
I will do as I must.
We're being attacked!
You read my mind.
Everything has an end.
Orders.
So, what's the plan?
Leave it to me.
Okay.
Building completed.
Good.
Will only take a second. We'll be swift. Oh, then. Damn it. This is more complicated than I thought.
We need to gather more wood, Scryer.
Let us make this quick.
Give the word.
Yes.
I understand.
Let's see what we can do.
Orders. What is it, Scryer?
Just give the word.
Orders. Give the word.
Yes?
Corporal.
You'll have to wait.
I will do as I must.
What do you need?
What is it?
Not happening. I can't focus.
Give the word.
What?
Orders.
Interesting. Now, would you look at
Give
that?
the word.
What do we need?
Tondai, outsider. No, as I said.
I'll be off. Thanks for your time.
Of course.
What do you need?
Okay. Next.
what's the plan?
Interesting.
Everything has an end.
Give the word.
Healing! Need healing! Yes. Yes. Child's play. What is it? Healing! Need healing!
You'll have to wait.
I need more time.
Orders.
Let me know what we need.
What you need.
Leave it to me. What?
Give the word.
Fall.
Damn it. What's next?
Building completed.
Orders? Yes.
As you require. Easy.
Get ready.
Building completed.
Necessary.
What you need.
Yes, your
But who?
a friend.
Yes. Yes, of course. Thank you.
Let's see what we can do. Healing! Need healing! Healing! Need healing!
Uh-huh.
I can't! Everything has an end.
Now!
Healing! Need healing!
Give the word.
Yes.
Let's see.
Corporal? Let us see. Corporal?
What you need.
What?
Orders.
So, what's the plan?
Damn it. More complicated than that.
Give the word.
Yes. Uh-huh.
What do we need?
Let us make this quick.
read my mind.
I
What
will
do you
do
need?
as I must.
All right, here goes nothing.
It should be safe now. Go back to the village. Fine.
Fair enough. Let's
They
do
will
this.
fall.
Give the word. Orders?
Yes. Interesting.
Nice.
So, what's the plan? Let's give the word.
This side, yeah.
Give the word.
Uh-huh.
Here we go.
Orders?
Purple.
Ten run. I told you.
Yes, of course. Fine.
You read
What
my
do you
mind. Yes.
Give the word.
What? Yes.
Orders? What do you need?
You'll have to wait.
I can't.
Uh-huh.
Orders?
Yes?
Yes.
Give the word.
Yes.
No.
What do you need?
What do we need?
You really think this is how it works?
That's close enough. Who the heck are you? You're not from the island.
I'm from the mainland. Your mother sent me here to talk.
From the... Just when I thought things couldn't get any more absurd. Well, I hate to disappoint, but I'm not in the mood for talking. The trial will happen. I will battle my brother and reclaim my birthright.
You're delusional, Shar. You're completely delusional.
Duel, last warning.
So it's really true? You'd kill your own brother just to be the next Yaris?
Is that what they told you? Yeah, sure, it fits. What else did she tell you, huh? That I'm weak? Moody? Stars, how I hate that word.
Yes. And that your brother would succeed her and not you.
And you know what's so sad about this? That this is probably what she really believes, what they all believe. Do you see these burns on my face?
What about them?
When I was 10 years old, a man named Rujas took me and my brother to a hunting trip. As my mother undoubtedly told you as well, I was always the weaker one. He always outran me, and when he beat me, there wasn't anything I could do. For some reason, though, hunting was different. Shooting a bow was just something that came to me naturally, as did my magic 6 years later. And even more than that, I was a lot better at it than you were. Wasn't I, Duel?
I never said you weren't.
No, of course not. I wonder what you would have said just now if these people weren't listening. Long story short, on this hunting trip, I outclassed my brother in every aspect. I noticed that my beloved brother had been unusually silent that day, even when the old hunter showered me with praise. And for a very short moment, I was even stupid enough to believe that I don't know, impressed him, I guess.
But what happened?
Well, at night we ate a part of the deer. It was almost ridiculously beautiful. The sky was cloudless, and there were fireflies all around us. Eventually, the hunter went into the forest to relieve himself. That's when it happened. All of a sudden, Duel grabbed me at my hair and dragged me to the fire. Then, without saying a word, he held my face over it. It must have only been 15 seconds, but it felt like an eternity. I literally saw the flesh melting off my skull. Can you imagine what that feels like, stranger? That kind of pain?
I can.
Then you probably know that in that very moment, I just wanted to die. The moment the hunter came back in sight, he dropped me and bent over me, acting as if all this had been an accident. Of course, everybody believed him, and I didn't even tell anybody the truth until weeks later. It didn't make a difference.
Yes, because it's a fantasy. You lost your balance and stumbled, damn it. And if it hadn't been for me, you would have lost far more than just your cheek.
But why would Duel do this, Char? He's your brother.
Because he's a monster, that's why! He hides it behind his bloody smile, and yes, he's so well-mannered, so easy to get along with, so reasonable. But that's just facade. You have no idea what it was like, you know? He tortured me, he humiliated me, he beat me up so many times that at some point, I even thought it was normal. That place where where normal people have a soul, in him, it's empty, but they just won't see. And now they even want him to succeed Mother. Now tell me, how would you call that if not insanity?
Char, this is ridiculous. This is simply ridiculous.
What do you have to say to this?
What do you want me to say? It's lies, all of it. Char has always had a very active imagination. The dreams, the voices. To him, the real world was always full of blanks, and he used his fantasies to fill them out. Though, that fire incident was by far the worst phantasm his brain had produced.
See? And that's how it always goes. People believe him because he seems so reasonable, so calm. Nobody gives a damn about the fucking truth.
I don't think he is telling the truth, Tahor. At least not all of it. This man, Duel, he is playing a role.
What? By the stars, this is nonsense. You don't even know me.
You're right, I don't. But I can tell studied behavior when I see it.
But then again, your aura is fragile, jittery. And we all know magic can play tricks on your mind.
Please, if that's what you want to believe, go ahead. Wouldn't be the first time.
And you're telling me that nobody ever noticed?
No, because he was smart about it. Whenever he hit me, he made sure it was when nobody looked. And even when somebody was nearby, they chose to look away. After all, it was their future Yaris they would have messed with.
But why would he do this?
How should I know? To fill that void, maybe? I don't know, and I don't care anymore. In a week, it will be over.
But your magic changed things, didn't it?
Yes. And no. He didn't dare to beat me anymore, but that didn't stop him from telling me how worthless I was. That they all laughed at me behind my back, that they despised me, and that I'd always stay alone. And sadly, he wasn't even lying. Either way, it's over now. By restoring the monument and invoking the Trial of Brothers, I will become the next rightful Yaris of this island.
Your snakes, they killed people. You know that, don't you?
I had to. Even when the entire damn village was surrounded, they still thought I wasn't being serious.
Well, I can't let you do this. Your mother has something we need, and she sent us to resolve this. So we need to find another way.
I don't think so. Look, I've enjoyed our talk, but whatever outcome you imagine for this, it won't happen. So, 2 options. 1, you and your friends leave now. 2, you'll get a taste of my magic.
Look, I don't want to hurt you. There has to be another way.
Not anymore.
Look, kid, I can feel that you've got some power in you, but so do we. This is a bad idea.
All right, I get it. You're just like the others. Fine then.
What's next? Yes.
Easy.
Whatever's
Give the
necessary.
word.
Ty się nie ma trochę. Oj, moi. Oj, moi.
Orders? What do you need? Give the word.
Take them down!
Will do. What? Well,
Orders? Fair enough. Let's do this.
Blazes. This kid knows what he's doing.
yes. Corporal. What's next?
All right, here goes nothing.
Yes.
Damn it! I need healing.
Może być mocno. Nie wiem, taką twoją
Let me know what you need.
Maria, ile? Nie wiem, jak mam zabić. Znaczy, wiem.
What do we need?
What is it?
Okay.
Certainly.
Well then.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Scryer, our granaries are almost empty. We need more food.
You got it. All right,
We have
give me a
workers for
second.
that.
Just give the word.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
All right,
Expansion
give me a
is the
second.
key to victory.
Yes?
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Wonderful day.
Scryer, our granaries are almost empty. We need more food.
So, what's the plan?
Uh-huh.
Will only take a second.
Building completed.
Yes?
Well then.
Building completed.
I can see it. Okay.
Corporal.
What?
Haven't heard from her in a while.
Scryer, our granaries are almost empty. We need more food.
Only take a second. Damn it. This is more complicated than I thought. Well then.
Say the word, everyone.
Uh-huh.
Maybe we need one more.
Building completed.
Ah, that's what I can do. Okay.
Our scholars have finished researching a new technology.
Really? Will only take a second.
As you want.
Who's there?
Got it.
Everyone?
Building completed.
We will be swift. Damn it. This is more complicated than I thought. Well then.
Scryer.
Yes?
Huh?
Building completed.
What's next?
Scryer.
Understood.
Say
Yes.
the word,
Yes?
everyone.
What do we need?
To the death!
Child's play.
March!
What?
Yes?
Huh?
Let me know what you need.
Our scholars have finished researching a new technology.
Salga Sevrante. Yes, almost there. Damn it. This is more complicated than I thought. Haven't heard from her in a while.
Say the word, everyone.
Let's see what we can do.
Scryer.
What's next?
Not now.
Huh?
Well, you read my mind.
Leave it to me. They will fall.
What?
Yes?
Everything has an end.
Yes?
Uh-huh. What do we need?
Scryer.
Is that all? Is that all?
As
Say
you
the word,
require.
everyone. What?
Yes.
Just give the word.
The snake spawn is dead. Go now. You'll be safe in the village.
Fair enough. Let's do this. Here we go. Get ready.
What?
But
Say the word, everyone.
Yes.
what is it? Understood.
Scribe.
Corporal.
What?
Will do. Whatever's necessary.
What is it, Scryer? What do you need? Uh-huh.
You'll
Scryer.
regret this. What do we need?
Huh? Say the
Go.
word, everyone. Scryer. Balance your...
Let me know what you need. Child's play. Well,
Your Yara sent me. Go back to the village, but be careful. That should be all of them. Best we head back to the village now.
Uh-huh. Scryer. Say the
What's
word,
next?
everyone.
Scryer, our granaries are almost empty. We need more food.
Give the word.
pathetic.
Yes.
Scryer.
You'll regret this. Yes?
I'll kill him. Right here and right now.
Char, please,
No!
Think this through, Shar. If you kill him now, it will be murder.
What?
The Hibernian law. The only way for you to become Yaras is by defeating Duel in the Trial of Brothers. If you kill him now, it'll be murder.
You're right. Sun and stars, yes, you're right. But then again, does it really make a difference? After what I've done? Duel said it himself. In their eyes, I'm already a murderer. I'll never earn their respect no matter what I do.
Not if they learn the truth.
The truth? When did anybody give a damn about the fucking truth? No, it won't matter. It never did. They see me, the quiet, creepy, crazy boy, and him with all his bloody charm. But no, not again. This time I'll make sure.
Char, you...
I did it. I killed him.
Shit. The Yaris won't be happy about this.
Stars. Oh, stars, what did I do? What in blazes did I do?
You.
No!
Oh. And there he goes.
Okay.
Let me see.
Yes.
Say the word, everyone.
To chyba nie za bardzo już.
So, what's the plan?
What? If you think so.
Will only take a second.
Tahar, you're back. I heard fighting from the mountain. What does that mean?
Shar is gone, but he took Duel with him. He's dead.
I see. Why? Why did he do it? It wasn't the trial, was it?
It was during the fight. Duel was hit by Shar's magic.
His magic. I understand. Be that as it may, it does not matter. You held your end of the bargain. She snake spawn is gone, and so is Shar. Even if the price we paid was high. Here, while you were dealing with Shar, I looked for the stone I promised you. Is this it? Our people found it in one of the ruins when they first came here.
Yes,
Building
that's
completed.
it.
Fine. Then I would like to take some time on my own now. Thank you, Tahar. You were not what I expected, but I'm glad the stars sent you. Ah, and don't forget to talk to our Valis about the portal. Unless you have a ship and provisions for a year's journey, it's the only way to get back to your country.
Black magic, not for me, and elementally spell, that's really white magic. I don't know. I need to use her intelligence for that.
You have my attention.
What do we need?
Yeah.
Let me know what you need.
Paradox magic.
What?
Yes?
100 sounds nice. Take the wood. Magic spells. I thought Dragon longbow. Dwarven longbow, okay. Yes. Okay. And I wanted this one. Oh, ability focus cost resistance, okay. So,
Now would you
Tandai, have you made any progress?
Yes, the repairs have been finished.
They have? Why hasn't anyone told me? Oh well, doesn't matter. Anyway, I also have good news. I've molded the shards. It was easier than I expected. I think we should move to the portal now. Is it safe?
Yes.
Good. Then I'll meet you there.
Say the word, everyone.
Uh-huh.
Yes?
She's caught a scent.
Yes?
Squire.
There.
Corporal. Well?
Interesting.
Ah, there you are. I have to say, I'm impressed.
Well, it wasn't easy.
I know, Janosch. The portal stone seems to be functioning as well. It connects to the portal's magic.
But we still need to charge it, correct?
Yes, but that's relatively simple. Do you remember the Zolanthep altar I told you about? The one we used to conjure our barriers?
Yes. Can it charge the portal as well?
Yes. Normally, the portals are how should I put it, a web of energy. By approaching them with a portal stone, they react. However, as this portal hasn't been in use for centuries, that web is depleted. By transmuting energy on the altar and directing it to the portal, we can recharge it, so to speak.
All right, I'll get on it.
Aha.
Yes? A wonderful day. Ellen truly smiles upon us.
Bastard.
We will be swift. Hello? Let the Taskmaster know if you have work for us, Everin. Hello? Look, I know you mean well, but this is getting uncomfortable. Well then, Scryer, I do not know what you are trying to tell me with this.
Oh, fantastic.
Damn it. This is more complicated than I thought.
Stuff like good. Done. Oh, come on.
Fine. Just do what you must, and I'll pretend not to notice.
Oh.
Fine. Just do what you must, and I'll pretend not to notice.
Just give the word.
Sun and stars, you did it. I can't believe it. All this time, our island has been separated from the outside world, and now here it is. Oh, way back. It's incredible. And strange. Your name, they say it's Tahar, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, Tahar, I do not know how to ask this, but would you mind if I joined you?
Actually, I don't think that's a bad idea. He probably knows more about the Hibernians than any Nortander scholar. He might see something in Mullendeer or the Nexus which we haven't seen yet.
But what about your people? I thought you didn't ever want to return to the mainland.
They don't. I've always wanted to see what lies outside. Please, don't misunderstand. I want to return in time, but you... There's something about you that sparks my interest. And as a scholar, as a shaman, I can't think of a better way to learn about the wonders of this world than stepping through that portal with you.
But I'm not just a simple explorer. We are on a mission, and it will be dangerous.
Well, I figured as much, but you're not responsible for me. I know what I'm getting into.
Fine. You can come. But we'll be leaving soon.
Yes, of course, as soon as you want. I'll send someone to notify the Yaris. She will understand.
All right. Guess it's time to head back home. You ready?
What about the archaeologist, Watley? He might want to come along.
Ah, right. Let's go talk to him.
Oh god, where is he? Where is he? Watley.
So, what's the plan?
What's next?
Where is
Yes.
Watley? Softly, whoever he is. Did he die?
Understood.
He might die.
Hmm.
He might die.
Got it. Let's see.
Where the fuck is he?
Tahar, thank you again for your help.
Oh my god. Well,
What's
I
next?
don't know where is Watley.
Yes?
It will only take a second.
Yes?
Okay. Aha, here. Oh my god.
What do we need?
Haven't heard from her in a while.
No idea where it was. Valentine. Nice. Where did it go?
Corporal?
Interesting.
Of the few refugees who make it to Everlight, many are shocked to find that their troubles do not end there. Though its neutrality as a city-state left it largely unscathed during the Mage Wars, the city has its own mountain of problems to struggle with. The biggest ones being the ever-growing gap between the rich and the poor, an uncontrollable rise in crime, and the Purity of Light's aggressive crusade for new followers.
Yes, of course.
Hey. Mission done.
Savage wildlife, steep hills, stormy shores. The Utran coast, also known as the Green Coast, is not known for its hospitality. Many ships have run aground in the northern storms, a phenomenon which regularly attracts wanderers who scavenge the coastline for loot.
Do you feel the wind? We're getting close to the coast. If Sergeant Copper is right, and the ship really did sink, some of the cargo might have washed up on the shore. Yes? Now would you look at that? Let's see. These were sailors. Shh, up ahead. Get ready.
All right, here goes nothing. Fair enough. Let's do this.
I can't.
Get ready.
Easy. What's next? Will do. Looters, as expected.
Well, then we should be even more careful now. Their kind rarely comes alone, and they don't seem to be the talkative type.
Here we go. Get ready.
Is that all?
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Well, damn it. Seems that the warden ran out of oil.
What about that camp to the south? It looks like an outpost. They might have some.
Fine.
Sure.
A fine plan.
Leave it to me.
Let us make this quick.
Damn it! I need healing.
I need more time.
You read my mind.
Child's play.
Now would you look at that?
Sounds like a plan.
Yes, of course.
That way?
Let's see.
Już mi stąd.
As you want.
Got it. Finally.
Yes?
Really?
Sounds like a plan.
Everything has an end.
Debris. Damn it.
And a lot of it. So the sergeant's theory was right.
Yeah, but let's look around. As I said, if we're lucky, some of the cargo might have washed up too. Now would you look at that? Interesting.
Uh-huh. Bloody creepy this is.
All right, here goes nothing.
Oi! Soldiers!
Wait, we...
Get them!
Your struggle is pointless.
Let's see.
Sure.
Now would you look at that?
Wszystko co do sprzedania, do sprzedania.
You got it.
Fine. Interesting.
Fine.
Understood.
That way?
Huh. Seems that some of the sailors managed to save themselves. And they took some of the cargo with them.
But no sign of the medicine.
Yes, of course.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
A, jeszcze jeden dokument zrobić. No, wspomniałem.
Let's see.
A fine plan.
Interesting. Barricade. Someone or something tore it down.
The plunderers?
Possible.
Fine.
Got it.
Really?
Crazy! Put that damn torch out. Whoa!
Sorry, friends, but this spot is taken.
Huh?
I said find your own spoils. We were here before you.
We're not looters.
Oh, you aren't? Then what do you want?
Don't you feel bad about this? Stealing from the dead.
Why? It's not as if these pals still need it, do they?
Ishtar, już! Ishtar! Już!
It's disrespectful.
Oh, is it? I didn't know corpses were so sensitive.
Ishtar, już! Już jestem.
Am I right to assume that the wreckage on the coast belongs to a trade ship?
Well, judging by what little is left of the cargo, yeah. Guess they ran into that storm last week, poor sods. Even the weather's gone mad.
The other looters attacked on sight. You seem a bit more reasonable. Are they your men?
Who do you think we are, Plunderers United? No, we're all here on our own.
So, you fight each other?
Not as long as we respect each other's territory. First come, first serve.
Did you kill these soldiers?
You think we could do that? I'm flattered. No, we didn't. These sods were dead when we came here.
Huh. Then what happened?
Well, depends on who you ask. My pal Reinhardt thinks it was them more here bastards from the jungle, whereas Henry thinks it's some strange, unspeakable evil that haunts these lands.
You make it sound like I'm an idiot. The warden's note was very clear.
Aye, because sitting in a bloody lighthouse all day and night with booze as company likely turns you into a person of reason.
Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Dead is dead.
Strange, unspeakable evil?
Yeah. The lighthouse warden left a note before he killed himself. Apparently there's some horrible ghost haunting these lands, and it searches for the light.
Strange, unspeakable evil?
Yeah. The lighthouse warden left a note before he killed himself. Apparently there's some horrible ghost haunting these lands, and it searches for the...
Why would the Moor here attack a Northander camp?
Then they take on the Northander army in that village, too? What was his name, Leonon? It's obvious they didn't give a fuck about the White Mist Treaty anymore.
Huh, I see. We need to search the...
You deaf? I said this is our spot.
Look, we just need some oil.
Oil?
All right, but if I...
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yes?
Okay. Ishtar, nie!
Close the door. Don't say we didn't warn you. Kill 'em, boys!
Zapłacił, nie!
Pathetic. Now would you look at that? Whatever killed them, it didn't show any mercy. Interesting. Let's see. Yes, that should do the job. Now back to the lighthouse.
Yes, of course.
Sure.
Let's see what we can do.
Fine, will do.
Get ready.
Interesting.
A fine plan. As you want.
Sounds like a plan.
Understood. Finally.
Let's go there.
Uh-huh.
Jak ja mam zrobić jeszcze pauzę? Jakiego hasła? A, to pamiętam, dobra, zaraz będzie. to było? Teraz chyba nie mam. Aha. Okay. Mać. Okay. Okay. No. Świetnie.
Now would you look at that? Tiara's breath. What are those things?
Are monsters, I guess. Ugh.
Well, let's hope they aren't as strong as they are ugly.
Zrobiłem niechronologicznie tę misję.
Leave it to me.
All right,
I
here
will
goes
do as I
nothing.
must.
Fair enough.
Everything
Let's
is
do this.
Necessary.
Okay.
Really?
Here we go. Get ready. You'll have to wait.
As you require.
They will fall. Whatever's necessary. Damn it! I need healing. Damn it! I need healing.
Here we go.
Let us make
Read
this
my
quick.
mind.
Let's see what we can do.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Tiara's breath. I knew it. This looks like the medicine, doesn't it?
Looks bloody disgusting. But yeah, I guess that's it.
Well then, seems we got lucky. Then let's head back to Leaf Shade. Let's see. Interesting.
Sure.
Fine.
Ja
Will
chyba
do.
nie będę w stanie mu... Chyba nie będę w stanie mu nawet... O kurwa, faktycznie. Specjalnie będę w stanie tutaj cokolwiek zrobić. Bo on zginął, ten ziomek, więc... Raczej tego nie zrobię.
For decades, the Mohir elves, exiled from Finnanmere, have roamed Io in search of a new home. In Northander, they were promised lands of their own. But as the Mage Rebellion arose, they were quickly forgotten. Now, years later, they have taken shelter in a nomadic settlement in Leafshade, a dense, dangerous jungle, amidst the no man's land between Utran and Wolfgar.
Raczej...
O.
Nie.
Let me know what you need. What is it?
All right, here goes nothing.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
Fine.
Just give the word.
Now would you look at that?
So, what's the plan?
Trochę niechronologicznie zrobiłem te questy po prostu i tak wyszło. Go back to Randy. Yep. Gdzie? Już nie wiem co.
Understood. What do we need?
Trochę. Undergust. Czy wy macie jakkolwiek jakiś dochęt?
Tahar, what is it?
There's one thing I've been wondering about. After we parted at the hideout, what exactly happened? How did you and my father part ways?
Good question. I guess it all started with the relics, the tomes. You remember them, right?
Yes. He was hoping they'd help him to win the war.
Exactly. And there was this one moment when he found the 5th tome, when I came to a realization. You see, there were all those bodies, enemies, but also many of our people. We had shed so much blood, Tahar. But Asamo, he didn't care. If there was any grief in his eyes, I couldn't see it. And as dramatic as it may sound, that's when I finally understood that we had lost our cause. This wasn't about ideals, about us mages anymore. It was about him. Whatever his intentions had become.
And that's the reason Zane, Helena, and I betrayed him. Come on, do you really want to tell us you didn't see that before? The tomes were all about power.
I knew it was about power, but Asamo always told us that he would use that power for the greater good. And it's not that far off. I mean, can't you imagine? With the power of the tomes, we could have united the world. Even made it a better one. No more persecution of the deviant. No more wars, no more suffering.
You mean an aristocracy, with a couple of mages playing God?
There's always someone playing God. And honestly, don't you think the world would have been a better place if there were gods who actually cared? Who involved themselves in politics? I do.
I'll be off. Let's see.
Sprzedajmy go.
Now look at that. The fabled corporal. Good to finally meet you in person. I have to say, for someone who only led a puny Nortander division once, you're doing quite a good job leading an army so far. Not of them saying I couldn't do better, but still. Anyway, if you come to arm our men, I strongly suggest you do so.
But you're armed already, aren't you?
Well, yes, with rusty swords and dented armors. I mean with proper equipment. If you give me the coin, I'll send out orders to my contacts in Everlight. It'll improve our strike force.
Can you tell me more about you? Rowan seems...
As he should. What do you want to know?
So, what's your job in the Wayfarers?
Well, let's just say that I know a great deal of people. And I can also handle myself in a fight.
I want to buy some better equipment for the Wayfarers.
Music to my ears. What did you have in mind?
It's my experience. Cool.
Yes?
Yes? Yes?
Let me take a look at your designs.
Of course. Take all the time you need.
Good choice.
Interesting.
Yes, yes?
Let me take a look at your designs.
Of course. Take all the time you need.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Wow, would you look at
By
that?
next moon's turn.
No.
Got it. Interesting. What's next?
Yes, Corporal? How can I help?
Can you tell me?
Well, I suppose trying to explain that to someone who isn't is like explaining if I enter a place where someone has died.
Well,
Why do you want to know?
no particular.
Huh. In short,
Your mother sold you?
because she needed the coin and already had 4 children to feed. And as for your first question, where there is demand, there is a market, particularly in a big city like Greyfell. It's not as uncommon as you might believe.
That's quite the story.
Is it?
You're saying there's a slave market in Greyfell?
Slaves, sex, murdering for pleasure. Just imagine every dark desire you can think of. And you know what the Greyfell Bazaar has to offer. I find it interesting that this surprises you. Didn't you serve in the Royal Army, Frank?
I only joined shortly before the Mage Wars started, and the Greyfell affairs were the responsibility of the Greyfell Guard. I just didn't know.
Well, now you do. I do not agree with the purity of light in most aspects, but they are right when they say there are many sinners in this world. If you believe in the concept of sin, that is.
So, who is this man who bought you?
I won't talk about that. This chapter of my past is done, and I want it to stay buried.
I understand.
I'm glad you do. So, tell me, Pariah, how did you become the betrayer's child in the first place? It's rare for a child to defy their own father.
He lost his vision. When he started the rebellion, it was about the safety of mages, but he became more and more radical. I just couldn't stand by and watch anymore.
That's admirable. Well, thank you for sharing this with me. Either way, is there anything else you need?
Goodbye. Will do.
Oh, no, this one.
Let's see. Yes?
What else? Oops. What? Okay, never mind. Oh, it's not the paper.
I must say, I am impressed.
With Mullendeer? Yes. It's quite a sight. I still can't believe we're the first ones who found this place.
It seems unlikely, yes, but yet it happened. Iskrim, the dwarf, told me about it. He said that the rock illusion shielding the entrance vanished as soon as you spoke the words, and that it did not react to Iskrim himself. Tell me, Tahar, what do you make of that?
Maybe I'm connected to this place.
But how? I know there is more to you than meets the eye. Something about you is different, although I cannot say what it is. I believe we stand on the verge of a change. Things have happened, Tahar. Things, the extent of which we have not even come close to comprehending. And they have set something in motion.
How do you know this? Are you some kind of medium?
A medium? No, quite the opposite. I am an observer. As you have undoubtedly noticed, I lack the, let us call it emotional intensity most people display in their daily lives. That can be a challenge, but it also allows me a unique perspective on the world. And to me, it is evident that the war your father started has done more than simply given birth to the purity of light. It was the first pebble in what will soon become an avalanche.
You're talking about the Bloodburn?
Among other things, yes. But as I said, there is more to it. All this, your journey, your role in what Rondar Lacane believes to be a vision sent by Aenir. It is only the beginning. But let us continue this discussion when I can give you more than vague, semi-prophetic statements.
All right.
Why? When?
When something comes up. I'll go prepare for our next mission now.
Understood.
Got it.
Rohan, tell me your skills. Slow tower bites. Silver. 5 seconds and take nothing, so we'll go for this one. Oh, for this one. Anyway. Let's go. That is not looking good. Yeah. I think I need to give him more dexterity. I think one-handed for him. Seriously. Strength 3. No! My mistake. Blood that hasted for 5 seconds. This guy is just... One, two, and three, okay. Leave one magic advice races, and again, process converting condition, okay. Additional resistance. One, two, three, okay. Nice. basic damage. And spell stack enemy.
Now would you look at that?
Oh, God, still.
Interesting. How are you holding up?
Fine, I guess. Thanks for asking. You know, Corporal, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Yes?
Well, not knowing your mother and all that shit your father put you through. Do you ever feel lost?
Why do you want to know?
Oh, I'm just wondering, I guess. So, what's your answer?
I manage.
I see. You know, I haven't told you that yet, but actually our pasts aren't so different. Save for the fact that my father didn't try to conquer the world, at least not that I know.
How are our pasts alike then?
Simply put, I also didn't know my mother. And my father was a bastard if there ever was one.
What happened to your mother?
She died giving birth to me.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. As I said,
I take it you and your father aren't on good terms then.
You are of great wisdom, Tahar. No, we were not. I was and still am the only heir of the family. And if there's anything my father ever cared about, it was prestige. You see, it might not be obvious, but I'm actually of noble blood. Pure blood, as Finn and Mir elves call it. Nothing impressive, small nobility. You know, similar to the kind of Nortander nobility that's always around at royal festivities, licking everyone's boots so that they just don't forget about them.
There's nobility in Finn and Mir?
Oh, yes, there is. They don't call it that, but essentially Finn and Mir is an aristocracy.
How so?
Well, as you might know, elven culture heavily revolves around the White Tree, a gift from their goddess Ellen. Simply put, the tree is revered and guarded by a group of mages, of seers, called the Council. They're the rulers of our country, 6 women and 6 men. Now, according to the ancient lore, when a seer dies, his or her successor is chosen by the Council. However, it has become custom that a seer should be replaced by someone from his bloodline. Someone pure, as they call it.
Which means they make sure that the power stays within the right families.
Indeed. And even though elven families in themselves are small, if you count all the cousins, aunts, and uncles, the members of just one council family could populate a whole township. In other words, the closer your blood ties with the council, the closer you are to the White Tree. And thus, the higher your standing.
So I assume your father put you under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. I barely had a childhood. It was all stern-faced teachers instead, trying to feed me language, history, math, and magic from the day I could speak. And I can't even remember all those festivities and religious ceremonies I had to attend. It was as if I learned the meaning of the word small talk before I learned how to ask for my mother's teat. Not that she would have been around to listen.
What was your father hoping to gain from this?
Isn't it obvious? He wanted to marry me off, and thus expand our petty little family's prestige.
But it never came to that.
Almost.
If he simply wanted to arrange a marriage for you, then why teach you magic, maths? When these things happen in Nortander, it's usually more about, how shall I put it?
The looks?
And the ancestry, yes.
Well, these things play a big role in Finn and Mir too, but to be considered a good match, education and magical talent are just as important. For a priest, let alone a pure blood, to be seen with an uneducated, non-gifted street elf is frowned upon, not to say forbidden. Also, from what I've learned, it's mostly young women and girls who get married off in Nortander, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, this isn't the case in Finn and Mir. If the head of a family decides to do so, a young boy or a young man may have the same fate as the one I just escaped by a hair's breadth. But this is a topic you could fill books with. Probably not for now.
I see. Where is your father now?
Dead as a doornail. He got assassinated some years before I was allowed into the priesthood.
Assassinated? What happened?
He got mistaken for someone else. But it doesn't really matter. Let's not talk about it.
Sounds like he got what he deserved.
I don't believe people get what they deserve. They get whatever life or the Guardians bothered to give them. Murderers live to be 100. Children die in the birth beds. Ultimately, the biggest fallacy is that we like to believe that there's someone who gives a damn. We're on our own, and we have to make the best out of whatever life throws. I did. And even though not all worked out as I had planned, I'm here. And I'm free.
But you still feel lost sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, I do. But I'm working on it. Anyway, we digressed quite a bit, didn't we? Sorry, my fault. Sometimes I just talk too much. I'll see you around, Tahar. And thanks for listening.
Will do.
No problem at all.
Let's see.
What we've got, and we've all got. This is land going. Sort of renegade. That's something.
Huh? I'll be off. Mm-hmm.
Sort of renegade. Body grants. Heal. Okay, do I sell next stone?
To this day, the Shaper's magical and technological prowess remains unrivaled. One thing is clear. None of their marvels would have been possible without an incredible...
Got it.
And we have... What is... Aha, yeah.
Now would you look at that?
Tahar, may I help you with something?
Good.
Tahar, finally! Do you have the stone?
I do. What now? How do we connect it to the Nexus?
Well, I've done a little research on that. It should be pretty straightforward. Give me the stone for a second, please.
Sure.
Thanks. Now, let's see. Whoa!
This is... amazing.
What the heck just happened? Was that the stone?
Yeah. It seems like our plan worked. The stones are the power sources of the Nexus.
Not sources, Tahar. They're simply the catalysts. As I said, the energy, all this magic, it comes from someplace else.
Well, I definitely know why the Shapers were so powerful now. If they were able to harness that, I wouldn't want to be their enemy.
Pain.
Pardon?
Rekindling this place. I can feel their thoughts now. At least, some of them.
You mean the Shaper's thoughts?
Those who connected themselves to this place. The ones who had the power of telepathy. They left an echo, and whatever wiped out the Shapers, it caused... pain. Horrible pain.
I... see.
Well, fascinating or not, we need to connect our minds to the Nexus to find the source of the blood burn, right? Can we do that now?
No. It's not strong enough yet.
Well, we knew that already. We need to find the second stone first. Let's head to Aeonir's Blade. It's a long journey, but we don't have a choice. Interesting.
Exciting, isn't it?
True.
That's one word for it. Tahar, I need to say this. I'm glad the Harbinger sent you. You've made a dream of mine, but anyway, we still need that second stone. Is it... yeah, do you need something? I'm a tad busy.
How does one make a living as a
Good question. For some obscure reason, only very few scholars take interest in it. Well, blast it. But no, for some reason, the people with the coin just don't. Yep, here I am now.
Found out?
Well, now, which means that somehow, yes. And I'll find out how.
Nothing.
Goodbye.
Nothing.
Let's see. What do we need?
Yes, yes? Looking for some orcish craftsmanship? Yes, yes? Looking for some orcish craftsmanship?
Yeah. That's nice.
Got it. Understood.
This guy is just too good. He's green.
The field dog. What may sound like a myth or horror story to many is harsh reality for the 200 iron falcons of the canyon named Aeonir's Blade. According to legend, the guardian gods fought back the field dog, ancient mythical demons, and sealed them in a tomb.
Huh. Quite the view. So that's where the Iron Falcons guard the field dog.
I don't need to remind you that we should be careful, right? Aeonir's Blade is and always has been a battlefield.
I know. We'll go in, get the stone, and leave. Maybe we won't even need to send in our army. Let's scout the area.
Uh-huh.
Yes?
That way?
Yes, of course. As you want. A fine plan.
Will do.
Everything has an end.
Told them he shouldn't do it. Told him. But he wouldn't listen.
Tiara's breath. Who are you? Who did this to you?
What?
I said, who are you?
No. No, Mother. It was him. Why don't...
He's hallucinating.
Wait, let me see. Selwen lurasar eswantur.
Mother? I can see this city now. Tiara's breath.
Damn it.
He was an Iron Falcon. That's a bad sign. Seems that something happened down in that canyon. Let's be wary.
Ah!
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Here we go. Undead.
Shit. Another bad sign. The Falcons are supposed to defend the entrance of the valley.
As you require.
Damn it! They killed one of our heroes.
Healing.
Here we go.
Damn it! I need healing.
What's next? You read my mind.
Yes.
Got it.
That way?
Yes,
Finally.
of course.
Get ready.
I can't.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Whatever's
Here we go.
necessary.
As you want.
Leave it to me. Really?
Let us make this quick.
Child's play.
All right, here goes nothing. Uh-huh.
I will do as I
They
must.
will fall.
Just give the word. So, what's the plan?
Corporal. What do we need? Oh, you're serious about this? Fine. Yes? Fine.
Yes, of course.
I 4, już mi stąd.
Fine. A fine plan.
Sounds like a plan.
Pathetic. Now would you look at that? Finally.
Get ready. Here we go.
You'll regret this. Let's see. Understood.
That way?
What?
Corporal?
Corporal? Interesting.
Everything has an end.
Right.
Let us make this quick. As you want.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes, of course.
You got it.
Fine.
Got it.
A fine plan.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.